Hey y'all, I'm here for the sleepover.
Hey.
I am so glad we can just get together as friends, and just hang out, have fun without no funny business, no drama.
Oh, we're definitely gonna have
Take those layers
fun.
off and get comfortable.
Yeah, get comfortable.
Oh, that was a little weird, but okay.
Keep
Keep
going.
going.
Keep going. Okay, I guess it's just a little warm in here. So where the game's at? I'm ready to have a good time.
We're playing pin the tail on the donkey.
Oh, okay, well, where's the donkey at? Why he just take his pants off?
Because we're the tail.
Oh, you mean we's... I'm gonna go.
I think it's very slippery to introduce casual sex with an existing friend. I think it's a recipe for disaster because it's giving like first one to catch feelings loses.
Is that what it's giving?
That's what it's giving.
I think y'all full of shit.
Oh, bitch, please.
Oh,
Oh,
what
you
gotta say? I'm fine with it. Who cares? We grown. Like, this is the thing. Do I have platonic friends that I've known for a very long time that at some point we had casual sex? Yes. Did it destroy our relationship? No. Did I fall head over heels because we had some type of sexual encounter? Absolutely not.
the lines can get blurred.
And then,
And then
when the shit hit the fan, and now it's Team Jordan and Team Friend. Now the friend group is in shambles. They can't invite everybody everywhere
oh my
anymore.
God.
No, y'all sit there and be awkward. Everybody else come and getting invited.
Ain't nobody being awkward in their free time at this big age.
No.
Everybody's trying to be comfortable all of the time.
The two of you stay home. The friend group ain't suffering.
As a gay man, have you ever had sex with one of your friends? One of your gay friends, to be specific. If you have, there's no judgment here. I wanted to bring this conversation to the forefront because sex often comes first for some gay men. And plenty of gay men have came forward expressing how one of the reasons being it's hard to make friends within a community is because it's due to other gay men wanting to have sex with them. Men are biologically programmed for sex, with hormones like testosterone driving them. Also, many of us had to keep our sexual desires repressed for years, especially during puberty and adolescence. We were forced to hide our crushes and fantasies while our straight counterparts were totally open about theirs. Now, having sex with your friends is a big no no for me, and I will tell you why later in the video. But let's unpack this and talk more about it. What's up, you guys? Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Dark Dante, and I'm back here again with another video. As you guys can see by the title, we're talking about the perils of navigating platonic relationships as a gay man. Now, I think I've kind of slightly talked about this on my channel before, while I was kind of talking about why it's so hard for gay men to make friends, or whatever the case may be. But I just kind of want to dig deeper into this conversation, and I really want to get to the sex aspect of platonic relationships, right? Now, you have a lot of gay men that come out and express how it's really hard for them to make gay friends because a lot of gay men just want to them or whatever. You have some gay men out there that don't mind having sex with whoever they're friends with, right? Now, to just kind of give you guys my experience when it comes to this, and later on in the video, like I told y'all, I will kind of tell y'all why it's a big no-no for me, again, for me. But yeah, so when it comes to sex and like mixing it into your platonic relationships, I've always I've always been a big hypocrite when it comes to this. Why did that sound weird coming out of my mouth? But no, I've always been a big hypocrite when it comes to this. And I used to be the biggest hypocrite ever because I would sit around my friends and act like I don't ever, like, that's just disgusting, that's just nasty. But honestly, truthfully, once I stepped foot into the gay community and I was like able to like make other like gay friends, I was partaking into that. Like, it wasn't something that I was proud of, but I was doing it. So like, it was a lot of friends of benefits. It was a lot of gay dudes who we started off as friends and we ended up linking in person and doing the do. But every single time when I would find myself in those situations, I will always feel disgusted afterwards. I would feel really bad, y'all, to the point where I would start acting like different towards these people. And I don't know if I'm a bottom, so I don't know if a lot of bottoms can relate to this, what I'm about to say, but as a bottom, when somebody is really down properly, like he really giving it to you and y'all friends. I know for me, like when I started, like, associating myself with dudes and we were doing the whole friends of benefit thing, it was very hard for me to separate the two. And, at that time when I was engaging into friends of benefits and things of that sort, I couldn't control my emotions. It was really hard for me at that time because I was young and I didn't really I'm not gonna say I didn't understand because I was old enough to understand certain things, but at the same time, I don't think I was emotionally mature enough to be able to have sex with your platonic friends. Like my maturity, I wasn't grown enough to be able to just have sex with you and move on with my life. I couldn't do that at that time. Things has changed now. So of course I know how to separate the two, but I'm still in that space where I don't know how to separate the two when it comes to friendships. That's why I choose not to have sex with my friends because if you fuck me real good and we already have like a connection with each other, no shade, I'm gonna catch feelings. Like it feel weird saying that, but like it's eventually somebody's bound to catch feelings. So it's just like, and I know me, I'm gonna always catch feelings. So it's just like I just feel like now if I was to have intercourse with you, we can be cool, we can be cordial, but I don't believe in having sex with your friends. Now, although I just told y'all that I was engaging into it, I still don't believe in it. And I feel like people can still grow and change and stuff. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. And I feel like I've been the biggest hypocrite when it comes to this topic for a very long time. So it feels good to finally be honest, not only with myself, but to you guys. I like to share everything with y'all, my thoughts and everything. So yeah. I kind of wanted to read some tweets because these tweets really made a lot of sense. Now, somebody went on Twitter and they asked, can friends have sex and still remain friends? Now, although this is like a general question, a lot of gay men were actually interacting with this post. And I kind of just want to read y'all some of their responses. One person said, I don't know about y'all, but I can. Some of y'all have sex with no intimacy anyways. Oop, that's true. Somebody also said, honestly, yes. From the previous era of gay men, yes. It's this new era that want to be wives and try to form fit heteronormative behaviors on bottoms and tops in juxtaposition. How do y'all feel about that comment? Because maybe what he's saying holds weight, but let me know what y'all think about that. What he said. Somebody also said, "Is it possible? Yes. Everyone is different, though. To be honest, I've hooked up with people and found out we weren't compatible, but still had a good vibe as friends and kept it as just that. Don't just go around fucking on your friends, though, or do your body, your choice." Okay. And then somebody also said there has to be a lot of communication and boundaries set. Feelings are easy to catch the more you spend time with each other. Talk especially about what happens if one wishes to start dating and find someone. It could make things very awkward. I feel like one show that really showcased like my point of view when it comes to having sex with your quote unquote friends is Insecure. Now, as y'all start to begin to watch me on my old content, I'm gonna always use Insecure references. I just love that show. Characters Molly and Dro. If y'all don't know too much about them, I'll let you know a little bit about them. Now, Molly and Dro, they were childhood friends, right? I guess they lost touch as they began to grow older and they actually reunited as adults. And once they seen each other, they were sexually attracted to each other and things of that sort. And with all behold, they began to have relations with each other. But the kicker was Dro was actually married. He was in an open marriage, but with open communication with his wife, they were able to have a healthy open relationship or whatever. So Dro was very open about it. I don't know if he ever told his wife what it was. I'm pretty sure his wife probably wouldn't have been too comfortable with that, being that they have history. But yeah, that was something that was going on. But when I was watching the show, Molly reminded me so much of me when she was doing it with this dude because y'all, like again, when I was saying it's all about how good you can dig me down, no shade. Like, Dro was giving it to her. He was giving it to her. So it was very hard for Molly to be able to maintain the friendship while having sex with them. To the point where she had to create boundaries for them to eat to work. So she told him, she said, look, we either gonna be friends who fuck, meaning like that's it. The only time we're communicating with each other is when we about to do. Or we can just be friends with no sex. Just after watching that scene, like I resonated so much with that. That's why I just feel like as of now, like as much as I want to say, oh well, yada yada about having sex with your friends, I can't partake in it because I'm not emotionally mature enough for it. I can't do it. I'm not built for it. And that's okay. That's okay to be that way. For a long time, I've always tried to convince like people who I've met or whatever, or like friends. We'll be on the phone together, and they'll tell me how like it's okay to have sex with your platonic friends, and I will always try to like not fit in with them, but I was just trying to understand them and try to convince myself that it is okay. And to be honest, logically, it is. Like I feel like as long as you're emotionally mature about it, and you're able to separate your feelings from the sex thing, then it's okay. And then you have a lot of gay men out there that don't hold weight when it comes to sex. Like sex is just sex to them. I need more than just I just need more. And I feel like I can only have sex with somebody that I'm in a relationship with, or if it's like a hookup thing, we have to be like acquaintances. We can't be friends. Now that may sound confusing to some people, but it makes a lot of sense to me. Now, that's all I wanted to talk about when it comes to this topic. It wasn't really a lot to unfold for me, only because I just kind of wanted to just give you guys my experience when it comes to having platonic relationships with gay men. Now, as time went on or whatever, and I was able to, grow mature, I have a lot of platonic gay friends now. Now, I'm not as close with a lot of them though, but I am close with someone. His name is Javion. Javion, you probably ain't gonna mind your name in the video. But yes, Javion has been somebody that I've met, y'all, and like it's never been a thing where like we're like it's never been anything awkward, y'all. It's strictly been platonic, and like I really f him. He's like one of the first gay men in my life to like come in my life and not try to try me on that type of time. So I appreciate you, Javion. If you watching this, I love you down. But yeah, that's that. Now I do want to react to two videos. It's been a while since I reacted off my computer, but we're gonna react to a video. We're gonna react to two videos. That's all I can find for today, and I'm gonna give you guys my commentary, of course.
Honestly, why is it so hard being friends with other gay guys as a gay guy? Like in the gay community, we don't introduce ourselves by shaking each other's hands. We shake each other's, you know what I mean? Like I just want a platonic group of gay friends that I can just go out to brunch with, or I can watch movies with. It's like things always have to get ruined. Either, one of us hooks up with one another, then it gets super messy, or one person likes the other person, vice versa, or there's just a bunch of drama in the friend group, and then we all get into a fight, and then everybody stops talking to each other. It's always something. And I can kind of understand it to a certain degree, because in our community, we already have a hard time feeling and being accepted. So we do anything, even if it makes us uncomfortable, to feel validated, right? Then we get into these situationships or friendships that might seem okay at the time, but end up turning into a whole mess. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I get what he's saying. But I feel like sometimes us gay men do make it harder than what it has to be. I'm gonna keep looking at this, like make sure it's on. But I do feel like some of us make it hard enough than what it has to be. I feel like sometimes when it comes to like trying to make friends as a gay man, a lot of y'all be just trying to do it based off aesthetics, and I think I kind of already expressed that in the video that I mentioned when the video first came on. But yeah, it's very possible, but sometimes I don't know. I don't know. I kind of look at it differently. I don't think it's hard. I really don't. Maybe because I've succeeded with making platonic relationships or whatever. I just feel like it's all about setting boundaries with people and letting people know, like before y'all even get deep into getting to know each other. Hey, I'm not with none of that sleeping around shit. Like I just want to be your friend, and that's that. I feel like if you tell people up front what it is, they can be mature enough to be able to separate the two, and not try you on that type of time. But that's just me though. But I don't really think it's hard to make gay friends anymore. Like y'all, we have social media. It's like as much as y'all want to, maybe it's hard to make gay friends in your hometown. That's valid. But I do feel like we live in a new time now, y'all. So like you literally can make gay friends. It's not hard. Just set your boundaries, let a person know what it is. And hell, sometimes if you feel like you need to be friends with somebody that you're not attracted to, then I mean, hell, so be it. But I do think it's still kind of weird to solely focus on creating gay relationships based off aesthetics and how they look and stuff. But yeah, that's that. Now, I was going to react to the other videos on my computer, but we're going to react to it off my phone because I can't find it. But yeah, we're going to react to this video, and I have to go.
Some of my best friends in the entire world are people that I've had sex with, and I had sex with them before we were friends. The sex kind of propelled us into best friendship. And now, honestly, a lot of them I don't have sex with anymore because we're best friends. Not that you can't have sex with your best friends, but I think the sex was a step towards actual intimacy. What am I saying when I say that? I don't think sex is an intimate act. When I tell people that I've had sex with some of my best friends, they're like, wow, 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 especially straight people. I don't know why, but there's just this like barrier, these blockages that are up inside straight people's brains that disallow them from considering their friends in a sexual way, at least explicitly. We all know you're thinking about it. I've just moved past that, and I've moved to a point where honestly sex is nearly meaningless. Now, could that be a little bit on me? Absolutely. That could be true. It could be just a me thing. But sex is not as intimate as something like holding hands, cuddling up on the couch and watching a movie together. The other person knowing your coffee order, that's deeply intimate. Having a list of their likes and dislikes, so when you go to the store, you can get them a snack that they'll actually enjoy. Knowing their allergies and their medications and what time they go to bed, all these things are deeply intimate things, and Honestly, they're things that a lot of people who have been in long-term relationships do not know about their significant other. But they'll fucking bone down all the time. One of my closest friends, actually, I met at a Halloween party. He was dressed as Waldo from Where's Waldo. And I asked his D in the bathroom. And then we subsequently had many different sexual encounters after that, one of which was with my ex-partner, who I'm no longer with, but I'm still friends with Waldo. The person I'm starting a Dungeons & Dragons podcast with, our first encounter was sexual. After that, we just became friends. I honestly think more people should have sex with their friends. Get that out of the way. Get your curiosity sated. Jingle your jangles, doink your boinks, get it done, and move on. You get a little bit closer, and then you get to move on to the actual important things like sitting next to each other in absolute silence, scrolling on your separate TikToks, and occasionally turning your phone to the other so that they can see what you're looking at. That's friendship. That's intimacy. I want to point at little knickknacks in the store with you, not stick my D inside anything. That's asinine, pedantic, quotidian. I'm looking for actual intimacy, please. Have sex with your friends. That's all I have to say. Mwah.
I'm trying to understand what does sex have to do with, maintaining a friendship as a gay man. I'm just trying to understand that. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Before I go, this is another reason why I just cannot do the whole friends having sex thing. Okay, so a scenario that I'm just never going to sit right with me, right? Let's just say, for instance, you meet this guy or whatever, and the guy is very open with you. He lets you know that, hey, I got a couple of friends and we've slept together, but it's nothing like that. Like, you don't have to worry about them, basically. Me personally, if somebody come to me and tell me some shit like that, thank you for the honesty, but I'm gonna have to bow out because, see, this is messy to me. This is messy. But that's my scenario to me. Like, I don't know, and I wouldn't really trust you being around that person. I don't want you to cut your friend off for me because they were here before me. So it's just like, I don't know. It just makes stuff muddy and messy, in my opinion, when it comes to certain scenarios, when it comes to having relations with your platonic friends. I do. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this conversation. You stayed to the end of the video. I do appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much. We on the way to 20K subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do that. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I gotta go, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.